What is it? What's wrong, sister?
Hey, what's up? We're live. Figured I'd start off with that clip. Haven't seen that in a bit.
Yeah, I think that was for Halloween, right?
Yeah, but that one's still good though. I like that one.
Yeah, it's still good. I mean, you don't really need Halloween context for it to work.
Yeah, and I got to get the intro clip that I usually use. I gotta take out the music or something. Like got flagged again. It's like all this shit gets flagged on YouTube. It's a nightmare.
Well, maybe we just don't have intro music anymore. I don't know.
I could just have the little graphic. That might be what I do.
Well,
Just like strip out the
we
music.
could just start off with like a clip like that every time.
Yeah, that's actually might be the way to do it. Yeah.
Just, if it's going to keep being an issue, it's not like some make or break thing you have to have.
Yeah.
I like the original song. It's just, it's getting taken down. So why deal with it over something? So, it's not a big deal if we have it.
Crazy. Yeah, now it's 2024. It's crazy. Went by quick.
Well, I think the COVID stuff went by even like that. That feels like time that never even happened.
Yeah, I mean it's weird because I was thinking about it, like the Lord of the Rings, like that last movie was 20 years ago, and it feels short time ago and a long time ago at the same time, and I kind of feel the same way with the COVID thing, where it feels a long time ago now, but also wasn't, and it was a weird time didn't really make sense as much.
How serious it was being taken and how insignificant it's become. I mean,
yeah, well, and it also I think depends on the person, because there was a lot of people that they went back to normal life like the summer of 2020, so it was only like a few months for them.
Right.
That's like Doug. That's what it sounded like. With Doug went back to work being a waiter in July of 2020. To me, it was like that shit wrapped around until 2021.
Yeah, I don't really remember that well. It felt like that time period went by so quickly that it's hard for me to even remember.
Yeah,
what happened during it, because it overshadowed everything else.
Yeah, and also the days when you weren't doing, they were the same day. It was like Groundhog's Day, it was like the same day over and over. You basically
I was still working. I was
hear a bunch of news. I was working from home, but we had no fucking work, so I calculated.
Really?
I did I think I did an hour of work a week at that time.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and I and then the company pretty much went under, but I did that for a year and a half, where it was all me just doing an hour a week. I was getting paid. Yeah. That's why I wanted to leave, but it was you can't you can't give up on free money like that.
No, yeah, I'm surprised it took them so long to react.
Well, it was because they got that there was a loan.
You're doing. I just mean the state of the business in general.
Well, they got a loan from whenever the COVID thing happened, they got a loan from the government that basically said you don't you can get this money and you don't, but it kind of meant don't fire your employees. It was kind of a way to not lay people off. So that's also why it probably would have been.
Remember that stimulus thing where everyone got $600 or whatever it was?
This was a stimulus. Well, also I remember
which is funny, $600 barely covers what I pay for aside from my rent. My car insurance, phone bills and stuff like that, and utilities is $600.
Well, also the unemployment back then was remember they're giving you extra cash?
Yeah, but I think they did something
had a job
that too.
Yeah, I pretty much when I my company pretty much went under, I only had 2 weeks where I could get that extra that extra pay. So I basically missed out on it. But I remember Doug made the most money he's ever made in his life because the government.
No, I remember having have it run out pretty quick, and then I had to just eat into my savings. It was fucking bad, and that's why I took that job at that last place, because I just was so desperate for anything.
I'm kind of in that boat now.
At the time, it was not clear where things were going to go, so I was panicking and just I had to just take what I could get, because part of the reason I got vaccinated, or I went to apply at several places, and they said that I had to have already been vaccinated to apply, not even interview.
Yeah. It's crazy how that's just gone now. No one cares about that now.
Yeah, and I still had to get it.
Yeah.
And then all this
That's
shit comes out about people having heart conditions from it. It's like, oh great.
yeah. So they say the Jack scene does that stuff. Yeah. So they say.
Yeah. Well,
We're not condoning that. We're not condoning that conspiracy talk around here.
no, we
We
I
don't
don't want to go
support
back
that.
down that wormhole with YouTube and the what were those Sentinels, the Sentinels and shit.
Oh yeah, those the blonde the dread guys from the
You
movie.
know, just the little
Like the worm things, like the octopus
the
thing.
worm things. But those two guys are they supposed to represent the directors, the Wachowskis or whatever?
Feels
Because
like
they
I
look
mean,
sort of like them.
I heard this theory that the whole thing was a trans allegory. That
Well,
like
no, I thought they didn't write the first movie. They took over on the second and third.
they stole the plot from
Yeah, I thought
another
you told me
writer.
that
They did.
took
They got sued and
took
lost.
like credit for the first one, and then the second and third are terrible because they're the ones who came up with that stuff.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm thinking those two twins are them.
Yeah, also like the blue, like taking a pill to like see life how it should be is like also a trans allegory. There's a couple things to it that do feel like, on hindsight,
Oh, the
you see
blue
what they were
pill, red
doing.
pill. I thought that's more like a political thing because people
I think
always talk
could have been
about that on
both.
Twitter. It was like one saying you've been red pilled or something like that or whatever.
Yeah, and also the writer of that book, she wrote the Terminator. So basically, the Terminator. She actually just said this, I think, like a couple months ago. She said how the Terminator is the prequel to the Matrix. So like once the robots take over,
Oh shit!
like
I
from
never even thought about it
yeah,
like
well, because
that.
she wrote both. Yeah, once the robots take over, they put in the Matrix. Like
That
that's
makes so much fucking sense now. I'm kind of like, I'm surprised. I never even thought to put that together before because it's like like a futuristic hellscape both times, and it has a very similar atmosphere.
yeah, and like
Some of
it's
my
like
favorite parts of the Terminator are when they show like the war going on with the I don't know what you call them, like the rebels or whatever, in
yeah.
like a giant like graveyard looking thing.
Yeah, that was always the best. Like that was always the best part about Terminator was like this like unspoken world, which was kind of cool because they didn't develop
Yeah.
it. Once they try to develop it, it gets lame. But like it was cool that it was like there's this fucking robot world that we don't know a lot about, and there's a war. We don't know a lot about it, but that makes it
Yeah,
interesting.
other
Like
than the one guy. But I thought that Christian Bale freak out. Isn't that from one of those Terminator fucking movies?
yeah, I
Like
mean
Salvation?
there's been tons of them now.
Yeah.
I've never kept up with that franchise.
No, me either. I feel like I saw bits and pieces every now and then. Like I feel like I saw some of it at Dave's. Or no, maybe I'm just thinking of The Machinist, but
I think we saw the one with the girl who was like a girl Terminator in theaters. I can remember
that's,
seeing that.
Kristana Loken, whatever.
I think so.
Kristana something Loken. She was on like some sci-fi channel show.
It could have been. She had like brown hair.
I thought it was blonde.
Maybe.
Oh,
I
wait,
remember it was a
maybe
very
that was
boring movie.
There's like so many.
There's a couple, yeah.
There's this newer one with the girl who plays the prostitute in the Blade Runner reboot, and then there's the one with the girl from Game of Thrones, and then there's another one.
No, you're right. That's Kristana Loken, and then Nick Stahl was in it, and Claire Danes was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I remember. And then I think that's about the last I've seen, and that's from 2003.
You didn't see the one with the Game of Thrones girl?
No, I remember it. I didn't see it. I think I saw we might have saw parts of it. It was
the guy
really
in
boring
it
and bland.
So forgettable. Like I don't even remember who he is or what he's been in. But
I know the guy too. I don't know his name, but I think he's in the Suicide Squad. He's a super bland.
He has the boomerang.
Super bland looking action guy that had
Like he's very bland. He's like so nothing in that movie that anybody could play that part.
He's a himbo. That's what he is. He's that type of himbo character.
What's that, like a bimbo?
Like a female. Yeah, the male version of a bimbo that girls just want to see. But I don't even know if they were that interested in him. I don't know.
Maybe like initially, he had been in something to get him into that movie. I would think beforehand.
Or like he was, I guess, kind of like that guy from Mad Mike. I don't even remember that.
Yeah,
Magic Mike. I don't remember that guy's
Tatum.
name.
Channing
He was like
Tatum.
a Channing Tatum because Channing Tatum was
Well,
kind
you
of
know
pop.
what's weird is Channing Tatum parlayed that into a bunch of comedic stuff.
Yeah, but again, you don't like. He's sort of like you don't see a lot of him too much anymore.
Well, I saw the latest Magic Mike movie when I was watching my parents' dog. It has Selma Hayek in it.
I think that again, that's I think all he's done is that franchise. Really, you don't
It's
see him in
funny
like
the
grew up on
really
the Magic Mike series.
the really conservative Muslim woman I used to work with saw that movie because she liked Selma Hayek, but she didn't know what the plot was about. And then midway, she was like, "Oh my god, we need to leave! Like, what's going on?"
Yeah. Oh, definitely. That doesn't jive with the Muslim religion right there.
No, like once they started like dry humping in air, and she's probably looking around like, "What's going on? I gotta get out of this."
Speaking of that, I'm sure all these movies, these are the 2024. I'm sure none of these 2024 movies gel with the Muslim world either. But
I don't know, Amy Winehouse maybe.
oh yeah, she could. Yeah, here they are. This is only a few. This is the major releases. We'll go through some other ones, but like, it's just I was looking at this and there's a trend going on for sure. And the trend is that nothing in these things is like original. And these are like the major releases, but like January you got this movie called Night Swim, which is like a horror movie.
With sharks?
It looks like some generic,
It's like
looking horror movie.
It's like some demon in a pool with like a bunch of hair.
Yep, exactly. Like just the same kind of horror movies that we've had for the past like 5 years. Like these kind of Conjuring things.
Like a Conjuring. It's like jump scare here, wait a little bit. Jump scare here, wait a little bit.
Yeah, we don't get good horror movies that often. And like I was talking to Doug, and he didn't like X, and I was thinking like, and he was like, "Oh, it's just like a generic horror movie." I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." Like, Night Swim is like a generic horror movie, or like whatever The Nun 8. That's a generic horror movie these days. Like X was actually kind of original. I don't know. I get
honestly, like there was an insane run with Hereditary, The Witch.
Oh yeah. But these are folk horror too. That's a little different vibe. That's always.
I don't know. I felt like around that time period, there was like tons of stuff that was coming out that was good horror. A24, I think, was responsible for a lot of it.
Oh yeah.
Even that movie with the guy who's blind. That movie's not that bad.
Oh, yeah. Is it? It's not Get. What is it? I know exactly what you're talking about. Like the creepy blind guy.
It's a home invasion, but then he's
don't speak or something. No, not don't speak. Don't breathe.
No, I think that's it.
Don't breathe.
Don't breathe. Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. I know there's a sequel I didn't see, but of course there is, because it's like if you do want something kind of good. I mean, I thought a Quiet Place was pretty good, and now it's like
I just really don't like John Krasinski, whatever. I like Emily Blunt. The daughter was kind of weird. I don't know. That part was just lame.
He's got 2 movies on this list,
and the kid was pretty nothing. But it's an okay movie.
But definitely the big trend I'm seeing is that like there's nothing here that's original. You know, it's all.
I know, but is that really new? It's like Hollywood just doesn't want to risk taking a loss on a completely new idea.
Yeah, and there's going to be a third less movies this year because they didn't do well, Hollywood.
They're making another Mad Max movie. What the fuck?
Yeah, the trailer looks really bad too. Argyle.
Oh, shit, I thought you said that was delayed and not.
No, that's coming out in March. That was supposed to come out in November.
Okay.
Argyle is by the guy who did The Kingsman. That is technically original, but it feels kind of like connected to that universe. It's like Bryce Dallas Howard is a writer. She writes like spy movies and or spy books, and it turns out that like what she was writing was real. I don't know. It seems like for what it is, it'll be pretty fun.
Okay.
Not like anything. I wouldn't say it's gonna be like good. It'll be entertaining. This Madam Web movie is some superhero movie that looks like embarrassingly horrible. Like
Spider-Man.
It's somehow connected to that Venom. It's a Sony Marvel movie, so it's somehow connected to that Morbius movie. It's like gonna be like another Morbius thing, like where it's a weird, shitty superhero movie.
Wasn't there like a female Spider Girl in that animated one?
Yeah, and that was like the weird thing with that movie is apparently it was supposed to be 2 movies. One of them was going to be the Spider-Man, and one of them was going to be that girl Spider-Man movie.
Gwen
But
Stacy or something.
then they combined them. I think when the whole pandemic shit happened, they're like, let's just fucking throw this into one. I mean, that movie was like just came out this year and was worked on. It started being worked on in, like 2019. So it's like
Well, it's
that was like
animation.
weird.
It might be pretty consuming. I don't know.
It's consuming, and I think it got super delayed.
What's the budget like for animated movies? Are these animators getting paid a lot, or it's just going to the actors?
I don't think they're getting paid them. I mean, that movie was only like $100 million. That's not terribly a lot.
Shit about animators. They're just so replaceable, like nothing people.
But I say that, and that Godzilla -1 movie was $15 million. So they did pretty good for their $15 million. So it's like I also think there's this Hollywood bloat factor too. I mean, Indiana Jones, $300 million.
Say like some of these movies are excuses to launder money or something like that.
It feels like it for some of them. It really does. I think like these, especially like this Godzilla, Kong, like it feels like it. Dune Part 2. That's actually like so far the only thing I'm really looking forward to in this little top row. That's I mean,
what's If?
That's a John Krasinski movie. So he's got 2 here coming out.
Oh my god.
It's like it's basically Toy Story. It's like Ryan Reynolds, like things as a kid he believed in and toys come to life. It's basically like a Toy Story like
rip off,
movie.
Yeah,
but it's live
action.
Another
Bad Boys. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence aren't going to be able to do these stunts pretty soon.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with that.
Martin Lawrence, especially, he wasn't looking too great in the last movie. He's getting kind of bloated and fucked up looking.
Yeah, Kung Fu Panda 4, another one of those. But I think that's been a while since they've done those. I don't know if that'll still hit with people. I think that kind of is old now. They're doing another one of those Ghostbuster movies with the Stranger Things guy or whatever. And I saw some of the one that they did before, and was like, I don't know, it was like incredibly okay. It was like okay to bad. Like I couldn't finish it, so I don't even know really what happens. I know this one's like a Frozen movie. I think it's like New York starts to freeze over, which is like that kind of looks cool. Give them that. I'm sure it'll have its moments. It wasn't as bad as that.
Planet of the Apes movie being okay. They are somewhat watchable.
I think they're pretty good, but it also just feel it kind of. While I think they're pretty good, I don't think anyone needs this movie. You know what I mean? Like they did 3 of those. You know, they already did 3 sequels. You know, like.
Well, it looks like there's a bunch of movies making their 4th.
Yeah, it's crazy. You're right. Oh yeah, we got a couple 4. Yeah, we got. Oh yeah.
Kung Fu Panda 4, Despicable Me 4, Mad Max. I think that's the 4th. I think that Godzilla Kong shit's probably 4.
That's the 5th. That's the 5th Mad Max.
Okay.
What is there? There's the Road Warrior.
That's probably like the 30th in that franchise.
Oh well, that's not. Yeah, man. There's like 6 of those old ones. That's another thing. Is like I say that like you don't even make another Planet of the Apes.
Honestly, like 20 of those fucking movies.
Yeah, like I guess I should.
There's the 2 old ones. Then there's that weird one, and then there's like a.
Then there's 2 of these.
One with Paul Rudd.
So this is the 5th.
Yeah, but I don't know how you can really lump them in together. They're like too different from each other.
Yeah, but even right here, it's like
these Godzilla Kong movies are the same shit every time. Same thing with the Planet of the Apes. It's like you can just keep pumping that story.
And it looks so bad next to Godzilla -1 coming out and being like really good. This is, and then like like they released a trailer for this like kind of while Godzilla -1 was out, and like fucking Godzilla's like running full force like an idiot. He looks so stupid when they just released like a really good Godzilla movie. Like it just, I mean, it's the difference between the Japanese company and our stupid shit. But Ballerina, John Wick spinoff. I don't know. I have not seen the John Wick movies, so I'm in the dark on those.
Who's playing the lead?
I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that it's a girl.
It actually says John Wick spinoff.
Yeah, a John Wick spinoff. They might not have the full title too.
That's also like they have to let people know, otherwise they'll be like, "What the fuck, Ballerina?"
Oh yeah, dude. I think honestly, I don't think that's a bad move. I'd
That's
say that's a
amazing.
good
No, I
move.
just love that they like forced it into the title underneath for all the like mouth breathers. Like,
Well, everyone's an idiot. So. Inside Out 2, which again, that sort of feels like Pixar doesn't do sequels too often either, other than like their major
that must have
things.
made a lot of money then for them.
It must have. I mean, I know they do for Toy Story, but that's the only one I could really think of that they sequeled out like hard.
How many Toy Stories are there? 3?
I think there's 4.
Oh, I heard that like Buzz Lightyear movie's fucking horrendous.
Yeah, and there's that. That's a prequel, but like that kind of I guess that still kind of counts. Not really. Yeah, that was the stupidest idea. Like, let's make a movie about what inspired the action figure. Like, what? Who thought of that? Just make another Toy Story movie, you idiots. Like, if you're just trying to force it. A Quiet Place Day One is gonna be a prequel to The Quiet Place, which I kind of get that because that was the cool, also kind of like the Terminator world where the cooler parts are the stuff you didn't see. You know, they kind of like they show you in the future when everything's already settled. So it'd be interesting to see that day where everything kind of comes down. So I get it, but I don't really need to see it. Despicable Me 4, I've never seen these. I don't know. I know it's the Minions or something. Oh, here we go. Twisters. They're about 20 years too late on this one, on this sequel. And I think Bill Paxton's dead. So I don't know how you're doing this one.
Maybe they'll make like a puppet.
And again, look at this. More
some Paxton puppet.
More reboots and sequels and
they like fucked up to his legacy of it's like some like really cheap like Syphil and Ollie hand puppet. They don't.
Yeah, they just like to make it just to put it out. Deadpool 3, another third movie here. Borderlands is getting a movie. I know it's a video game.
Yeah, I remember Doug played that a lot. It's like in the desert. I think it's like post-apocalyptic Mad Max type of stuff.
Yeah, I thought that's kind of also. Yeah, that's also why it's dumb. Like again, it's almost like something we know. So that's why video games do it. It doesn't need to be made into a movie because it's basically a rip-off to begin with. Alien, the next Alien movie comes out in June because they can't let that stop existing.
The last one I saw of those was the Danny McBride one, I think.
I think that is the last one. I guess it has been a bit.
I don't remember much about that one. I think that was the one where it had the white thing looking like
Alien
a shark.
Alien Covenant. 27.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the next one. I mean, I guess I get it. It was attached to that Prometheus movie too, so that wasn't a good start for it.
I wasn't too into Prometheus.
I think it had its moments of kind of being a little cool, but I don't think it ever really like did it effectively. It could have been cool, but it didn't.
Fassbender guy was just like in every single fucking movie, and I got pretty sick of him.
Yeah, he had his. Yeah, that was definitely his hit time period. Stock was up then.
Yeah, there was like that Shane movie, and then there was 10 Years as a Slave or whatever, and then there was X-Men shit and Glorious Bastards. He was like in every single fucking release.
Well,
I mean, he's okay as an actor, but it's just like after a while, it's just too much. Like you just get oversaturated.
I see Beetlejuice 2 here on this list. I know most of them are back. I don't think Alec Baldwin is because I think he's still, canceled from that whole shooting somebody.
But it was an accident.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's funny how he's pretty much gone. But I think Jenna Ortega will be in it.
Okay, you like her, don't you?
Oh yeah, but that's different. Oh, she's just in it because she's probably fucking Tim Burton on the side. That could be yeah.
No, Tim Burton's with Monica Bellucci, I think.
Oh, she's in it too. Okay, she's in the movie. I see.
Yeah, well,
she's Beetlejuice's wife.
That seems to be a consistent theme throughout his career.
Oh, she's got a major role. Okay.
Shoehorning those motherfuckers in.
Yeah, she's got a major role, as I see here. Interesting. Yeah, not surprised. That's all I would be.
I mean, if that's what it takes to like fuck Ava Green, she can be in every goddamn movie ever made. I don't give a shit.
yeah, another Transformers movies. I've never seen one of these. I think I've just been lucky. I've never seen one. Never got stuck watching one. Never seen any of these.
The Transformers?
Never seen one.
They're, I gotta say, like the first couple are okay. Megan Fox is looking really good, and Shia LaBeouf was is like comedic peak. You want to call it that?
Okay. Peak Afro, peak Jufro.
Well, do you remember that movie? Not the one where he plays a retarded guy. The Suspiria ripoff. It was around then. And then there's another movie that he was in. Which went pretty under the radar, where they're into like war reenactment shit, and he's trying to fuck Amy Smart, who's the fat kid's sister that he's friends with.
Is that the one where he's got like the binoculars and he's like looking? He's on the cover looking at something in binoculars.
Yeah, he's got binoculars because he's really into like war reenactment stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like, do you remember that's where they meet?
Never saw that.
I'm pretty sure I saw it with you.
No,
it was the movie where Matt Damon like did a contest for the script writer, and then they produced it.
Oh, Project Greenlight. Yeah,
yep,
I remember that. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was back when they had the show. That was almost like a reality show thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of those movies. Like it came out of that.
It's okay movie. I've never really wanted to watch it again.
Here's a clip from the new Transformers because Shia LaBeouf is going to be back.
Paparazzi! Paparazzi through!
Stop it now, Eddie. You're gonna
Paparazzi!
Stop it!
Paparazzi! Paparazzi!
Give me the camera. You are not a paparazzi.
Paparazzi!
Stop it! Eddie!
I feel like a dipshit because I honestly thought you were playing the Transformers stuff.
That's I fooled you, man. Joker. I guess they're not calling it. They're calling it Folie à Deux. Okay, they're doing some kind of French thing here. Folie à Deux. Okay. The Joker, the second.
Folie à Deux?
I guess. I don't think that's gonna work too well in America there. Again, more sequels. Venom 3. These are not good either. Like they've never been good. It sucks too because I think Tom Hardy's good as an actor. He's just not really. Yeah, I don't know if he's an idiot or he just takes stupid shit or.
Tom Hardy?
Yeah, he must be like. I think he's probably like a dumbass. Like he's probably like just like a huge dumbass.
He's a himbo.
I think so. I think maybe I kind of took him out to be a little more arty than he is, and I think he is just dumbass.
Well, he did do so he did that movie, that British gangster movie where he plays two twins that are based on real people. Then he did.
It was pretty cool, but weird.
That
kind of like okay.
That alcohol movie, which is pretty fucking awesome. I like that movie. That's with Shia LaBeouf as his brother.
Yes, that one's really good. Oh, the one where they're down bootlegging.
Guy Pearce is really good as the villain. Like he's really fucking good.
Yeah, what is the name of that movie? Because that's Lawless. That movie's good.
Lawless. Yeah, no, movies like I think it's pretty damn good overall.
It's an underrated movie. I feel like it kind of like got forgotten about. Yeah, that was good. It's good show. Shia LaBeouf can be good too. I think he can be good. He's not like someone I hate.
Well, the good thing about that movie was he was the lead, but like not like too heavy.
Exactly.
You know, like, there was like a lot of other people involved helping him out.
He kind of felt like a narrator of the movie in a weird way, where it's like he's sort of the one moving things along, but not the main focus because he's mostly talking about like Tom Hardy and shit. Yeah,
there is a lot of voiceover narration stuff.
Yeah, which is a little bit. I remember like I said, did some film stuff. I had a screenwriting teacher who hated narration, and I have to say, I think his hate for narration was stupid because there's so many good movies that use it really well.
Yeah, I think what he probably means is like it can be cheap.
It's cheap, like I get it. It's
a
plot device,
It's also just sometimes really good if like done well, like Shawshank Redemption, maybe.
Right. And like I feel like Scorsese uses it often. Like I'm trying to think of like best movies with narration. I know he's done it with some of his movies. I'm trying to think which one has it.
Yeah, the one with Ray Liotta.
Yeah, all right, it's Casino, right?
And Casino too. No, I was thinking Goodfellas.
Oh, Goodfellas. Yeah, both. And is the I think the Irishman too.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I think the Irishman.
Once I found out it was 4 hours, I kind of just said, "Fuck it." I bet it's good, but I don't want to put myself through that.
There's fucking more. Wolf of Wall Street. Wolf of Wall Street definitely narrated.
Yep.
He's narrating the whole Apocalypse Now is being narrated. There's a lot of movies that do it well.
No, I know that's a bullshit thing to like be bothered by.
Big Fish definitely does it, but not all the time. I like it when it's used kind of sparingly. It sort of is to set up. It's not like the whole time, and I think that's a good way to do it. Like that's what I think with Apocalypse Now. It's like it's there, but it's not like the major focus. I feel like Shawshank Redemption. That kind of feels more of a. That one's kind of going throughout the whole time. But that kind of makes sense because it was a book, and it's supposed to be written from like the guy's perspective. So that's a good way to turn a book into a screenplay by doing that. So that's like one of Stephen King's like serious type books.
I know. I always forget that that's him. It's kind of weird.
Stand By Me too. Like both of those are like, outside of the Stephen King type feel for sure. Gladiator 2. I feel like that's gonna be a fucking mess. That's all I feel like that's gonna be a gigantic mess. It's a movie that again does not need a sequel whatsoever. Just kind of, and also maybe 20 years too late as well. Like you're gonna do a sequel to it, do it like right after. I don't know. Even Gladiator, it was good, but it's a lot like that one movie, Spartacus. It's like a better Spartacus. So there was always that when I would watch. I mean, I like Gladiator; it's one of my favorites, but it also kind of was from something, kind of like Borderlands is from Mad Max. Really, like there'd be no Borderlands without Mad Max. There'd be no Gladiator without Spartacus. That is the thing. Lord of the Rings, Where the Hero. That could be good. It's going to be animated. It's by the two writers of the original Lord of the Rings trilogy. One of them is like Peter Jackson's like wife that he doesn't ever want to marry kind of thing. I think her name is Philippa something. But yeah, I think that will probably be good because they take the content like serious. But again, from a franchise. The Karate Kid's gonna be a complete reboot. I know that. I think they're doing that whole story again. And the Karate Kid is owned by Will Smith. He owns the rights to the Karate Kid. So I guess he's the one who's.
Is that why his son was in that shit?
That's exactly why his son was in it. Owns that shit. I mean, that's what you should be doing. I would just fucking exactly. You got that kind of money, just let it happen again.
Well, did the space movie too with his son, right?
Yeah, that was that was M. Night Shyamalan.
I didn't see that, but it looked pretty shitty.
That was one of those like worst movies of the year kind of thing. I remember. It's
like two of them crash landing on a planet, and then there's like some leopard monster trying to fucking kill him or something.
Yeah. Sonic. Oh, that's exactly it. It's like all these stupid alien monster animal things are like after them. And then like I think they can't breathe the atmosphere. It was really like it didn't come across good. Sonic 3, I've never seen these, but I know people like them. Jim Carrey, I think, is Dr. Robotnik. It's cool for him.
Who's in the Twisters?
I don't know, because Bill Paxton's dead.
I know, yeah.
I don't know who. Are you gonna bring back what's her name?
Helen Hunt.
I don't think you're bringing back Helen Hunt.
They should get there's this girl that looks exactly like her. She's in. Oh man, the only thing I could think of is Eyes Wide Shut. She plays like the girl. It was like sort of like a prostitute when he goes to
the daughter.
Dry
daughter of
cleaners.
the dry cleaner.
Legally
Yeah.
Sobieski. If you look her up, she
Oh,
looks
yeah.
exactly like Helen Hunt. It's really fucking weird.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I know
exactly.
she is. She should be. That could work. It looks like it's no one. The top guy listed is Glenn Powell. I don't think I know who the fuck this guy is.
I don't know who that is. That doesn't sound familiar.
Oh, he's in this new movie with Sydney Sweeney. He's the himbo to the bimbo.
It's very strange. They chose like an actor whose name sounds like Bill Paxton.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
What they were thinking, like if his name sounds similar enough, people will forget he's dead.
Could be. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I don't know. This very bland looking.
You should have got made up a guy named like Will Baxton or something.
Yeah, this is so weird to do this again. It's about a pair of storm chasers, and it looks like that guy Glenn Powell, and then some ethnic looking woman who looks super muscly. So
They should do some shots from like the tornado's perspective.
yeah, it seems
maybe do something sort of like the Nope monster when people get sucked in.
That'd be kind of cool. Here's my list of horror movies from next year because I found this also graphic that did this, and these are all the horror. Some of these aren't horror movies in my opinion, but they listed them as that. Night Swim. These actually are all like a little more original, but still a lot of sequels. Winnie the Pooh 2. I know like that was on everyone's worst list, like from last year.
What's the Watchers?
Good question. I wonder if it's about that. You ever hear about this house in New Jersey where there's this guy watching this house, and like these new people would move in and they'd get like a note every so often. And he'd be like,
no,
The Watchers.
There's the movie The Gift, which is similar, I think. With
Could be.
I forget who's in that.
The Watchers is an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Okay.
Wait.
That motherfucker is consistently getting stuff released.
Wait. Is it M. Night? It might be somebody else. I think it's his wife. Someone else is directing it. Ish. Maybe that's his other. I don't know. Is that his real name? Ishana. Who's Ishana Night Shyamalan? Does he got a daughter or something?
Maybe.
Yeah, this must be the daughter of. Yeah, this is the daughter of M. Night that's directing it. He's producing it. Dakota Fanning will star in it. It's a book, and it actually kind of sounds pretty cool. It's they find like this shelter in like a forest in Western Ireland, and she becomes trapped inside this shelter, and they're stalked by these mysterious creatures at night. Actually, kind of sounds good. I like the plot of that. I like creatures like that. That's cool. Chapter 1 too. Oh no, that's The Strangers. Yeah, it's The Strangers is another sequel. The first Omen is gonna be a prequel to the Omen series because you got to go back to the well. Silent Hill, has that ever been good on a movie?
They're pretty fucked up. I remember seeing one of them, and this like guy with a triangle head ripped this woman's skin off her entire body. That's pretty fucking shit. Like messed up.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I could see there being good like gore.
Video games are pretty creepy. I remember watching Evan Thiel and his brother play it, and we were like in a room with like no lights on, and it was like in the middle of school with all these creepy ass kids like giggling and shit. It was really weird.
That was always really creepy.
And the music was really good and ambient.
Definitely.
Actually, like a lot of the best like this like Rate Your Music or other sites, the Silent Hill video games have like the highest rated ambient albums of all time, even though they're video game music.
Yeah.
It's like I think it's a Japanese guy who does it all.
Yeah. I see they're making another Terrifier. Have you ever seen any of the Terrifier movies?
I saw a little of the first one. It's like with the clown.
Yeah. Actually.
Salem's Lot.
Yeah, they got to do that again.
I don't understand. Like, where was all this shit during October?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Nosferatu,
I actually went to.
Beetlejuice,
So I went to
Smile.
school
They're
with.
all horror movies.
Oh yeah, well this is the horror movie list. Yeah,
Oh, I
Nosferatu
didn't
is
know
gonna
that.
be what is it? It's Eggers. It's Robert Eggers' next movie is Nosferatu.
What is
that the Nosferatu movie?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that is something like again like on this list. I'm actually looking forward to that.
Well, that's a little weird because I feel like he wants to use Willem Dafoe, but Willem Dafoe was already a vampire in that other movie.
I think he's gonna be Nosferatu in this.
Again?
I think so. I could be wrong. I know he's in it because I think he's just puts him in everything. Oh no, he's not gonna be. Oh, Count Orlok is gonna be Bill Skarsgård, the guy. That's a good choice. That
That's
guy's
his
good.
guy. Yeah,
That's a good. That guy's good though. I think for what he's like kind of
he's
art
a Hindu.
icon. I get. No. The one from It. The brother. The brother.
okay.
You know, there's like 4 of them. There's like 4 of them. They're like 6,
I know
7.
the father. I know Bill.
Yeah.
He's in Thor and.
And then the
Dragon
Northman.
Tattoo.
The Northman's got the other brother. Now he's using the younger brother from It with the creepy bulging eyes.
Yeah,
That's
he's
a good
making
choice. That's a good choice for Nosferatu. But the Terrifier, I went to school with because I watched it one time and I went to school with like one of the people that gets killed in the first movie. It was done in New Jersey and New York, and he was always like kind of like a business. He actually got into like being in plays, and it's funny, and like he was like a pretty good actor, and then he got this part. I'll show. He was in he's actually in The Irishman too, but he's the first kill here.
He ain't no Lou Pucci.
There you go. Pretty
Cool.
violent, that movie. That's
People like that movie because it's just like Saul.
It's
level
over the top.
torture
Yeah.
porn.
Yeah, to me, it's like I that's also kind of what I don't like about it. You know, it's like there's
Hostel.
yeah. But I'll say like there's something like I like that it's a low budget horror movie that's like becoming big. Like I'll always support that. You know, this is like legit low budget horror that's actually got popular. You know, that only comes around every so often. Is it as good as like a Nightmare on Elm Street? No, you know. Or like an Evil Dead? No, it's like kind of like a trashy. It's kind of like a trashy grindhouse movie or like those B.
Well,
rip off
also though, like when people
Halloween
think
movies.
of Evil Clown, it's it. It's not this shit.
Yeah, it is a creepy costume, and the guy who is the clown is very good at the part. Unless it's just I can see a lot of people being worse at it.
He's like fucking. He doesn't. He walks around and kills people. He's not talking.
No, he has like he 100% has a person. Even though he doesn't talk, he 100% has a personality to him and an acting thing. Like that, I'll say like that could it's not like just a guy in a clown costume. He's got like he's a very creepy demeanor and personality. Like there is acting going on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to say I think that might be also why the series has taken off because I think his name's Art the Clown. Yeah, Art the Clown it's really just his performances are really good. I have to say, like, it's definitely that's a big part of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, there has to be something more to it than just the violence.
Yeah, and I mean the violence and all that shit is good, and it's also like over the top that we haven't had like this and for a while. But yeah, it's the performance, and it's also like there's a big, especially that first movie. There's all this tension because like it's just these like hot girls who are like drunk from a party and they go to a pizza place and there's this creepy fucking guy like a creepy clown and he has like a pillow basket with him like a pillow sack and like he just drags that with him and it's like covered in like grease and blood to begin with and like inside of that is all his like torture items and I don't know, it's kind of crazy. And some of the most
saw a decent amount of it. The girl like gets like he has like a lair type of place.
Well, it's not even a lair. It's just like the next building over. It's like that's also it's like creepy about him. It's like he's like always on like the run or on the like he just goes to like wherever he can to do it. Like.
Did you ever see Henry's Portrait of a Serial Killer?
Yeah, that's a really good one. That guy's good always though. What's his name? Merle. What's his real name? Michael Rooker, right?
Yep, that's it. Michael Rooker.
I almost started searching that if I remembered. Yeah, Michael Rooker is really good. He's like one of those underrated.
He's even good in fucking that superhero shit.
Yeah, exactly. He's like the best thing in those. In the Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, the best thing's Groot. How fucking dare you?
I actually kind of think he might be part of the best part of that.
I know.
Probably Rocket, and then maybe him.
Nah, I find Rocket to be pretty annoying.
Yeah, but that's kind of part of his character then, dude.
I think the best guy is the big dumb guy.
Oh yeah, that guy's actually not bad. I mean,
he's not bad. Yeah,
and I think they made a good cast.
That new like hot Hawaiian girl who.
Oh yeah, I like her a lot too.
Yeah, she looks so different than the character. She has blonde hair. She's pretty fucking hot actually. She's a little older too.
Yeah, it's funny, that was one of those few times, like whenever they usually add a new character and it like sucks in a lot of these things. That was like a successful new character. It doesn't happen too often, I feel like.
Well, aren't these movies based off of the literature or whatever?
Yeah, but it's kind of like it's like a modern comic. So it was like,
I know, but it's not like they just added it in. Isn't it just part of like all the plot lines and shit?
I don't think so. It was kind of like he took the way it sounds with that whole thing is there was a comic series, but he didn't like, he picked and choose different things to use. He didn't use like a story. Like a lot of times these.
Yeah, sometimes they need to not do that. Like
direct story. Yeah,
those Fantastic Four movies suck, but the worst is that Silver Surfer shit.
Yeah, like he didn't pick a plot from a comic. He made his whole story just from knowing the comic, so it's a little different. But yeah. Oh, we had someone on our leave a comment that said, and I had to delete it because I was like, this guy's a fucking asshole. He's like, you guys don't like fucking Wes Anderson. You guys suck. And I wrote like, I would just delete his comment because I didn't want to say like, no, I like Wes Anderson, asshole. I just don't like Asteroid City.
I didn't see it
because I deleted it. I was annoyed, but I didn't want to.
I didn't see Asteroid City.
Oh, I know, but I'm telling you, it wasn't good. Like,
oh, I didn't know you saw it.
I saw it. It was not good at all. I mean, even
like, why do people feel the need to defend a guy who's had that much success in his career? Like, he can make bad movies.
Yeah, and why can't I not like a single way? It's like how people like that Hateful Eight movie, where it was like that movie wasn't good. They just pretended to like it.
I like fell asleep during it. It was so uneventful and boring. It felt like a play that I didn't want to go to.
It's like just because it is Tarantino doesn't mean it is automatically good.
I was also like, did he really need to make another fucking Western right after Django? Like, do something different, mix it up.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was not a good movie. It's like just
what it felt like? It looked like the B-sides from the album and made like another fucking album out of it.
I mean, to me, it felt like a play. It felt like a play, and I don't really like plays, so it's like
no, it's just there was nothing to it. It was like all these people in a room. The dialogue wasn't that interesting. I didn't like the characters. Like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah,
pretend to like it because he's made good movies.
Yeah, that's like what I felt like everyone was doing because I kept thinking like no one's like again look at it now like you don't hear anyone talk about the Hateful Eight. Like
yeah, you don't want to get into like comment wars with people who are honestly probably just trolling to begin with. They could care less about Wes Anderson.
I think it's just funny though. You don't. Yeah, exactly. That's. I mean, I didn't want to write back because I was like going to write back and I was like, because the truth is some of my like some of my favorite movies. I don't know if they're my top movies, but I love Rushmore. I love Royal Tenenbaums. Like.
I'm not into Bottle Rocket. Honestly, I don't like it.
It definitely feels like a first draft movie or like first try kind of thing. Rushmore is really fucking good.
Yeah, I like Rushmore. I like
Life Aquatic. I like Darjeeling Limited, even though that's a little bit of like a
it's almost. Okay. I'm not.
It's very yeah. And then like there are some I don't like.
Out at that point.
I don't like Moonrise Kingdom at all either. Like I don't like that movie.
Yeah, it's all right.
Like I didn't. That's how I felt about Asteroid City. It's like I didn't. It's also like it's too Wes Anderson-y. Like we get it.
The girl in that movie doesn't.
I like Grand Budapest a lot.
Anything anymore?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not just a kid. That kid just felt like a younger Schwartzman type.
He showed up in something I saw recently though. I forget what it was. He showed up and they brought both him and the girl back in something. It could have been like a short film. I saw them in something recently, like where they're both in it together, and I was like, people cared enough to like reunite them from Moonrise Kingdom.
Well, the girl in it now I've seen in that. What's that movie? That Boston movie with Ben Affleck's brother in it, like his family dies.
Oh,
That movie's good. Manchester by the Bay.
Yeah, that is a sad.
She's in that, and she's actually got some big ass tits now.
Yeah,
I don't know if
sad
they're
movie.
real or implants, but they're fucking huge.
That was right before Casey Affleck got canceled, and now he's done in Hollywood.
Oh, I didn't know he got canceled.
Yeah, he like legitimately had some sexual harassment things that got like charged and all that shit, and now he's like not.
Yeah,
gonna be in
that
anything ever again.
70s show guy. I'm pretty sure he got.
Oh well, he's going to jail for 30 years. Well, that's his sentence. He'll probably only do like 15 or something, but
There's
maybe
actually
10.
a few clips of him, like referencing, like people referencing him doing that stuff and making jokes out of it on like late night shows and stuff.
Oh geez, yeah, dude, like the Harvey Weinstein clip. They all like, I don't know, man. They all knew. I know. Tarantino said, like, he came out and said, like, yeah, we knew.
Like, that's why the Ricky Gervais joke worked so well.
Oh, speaking of that, his new special was awesome. Just came out the other day. It was fucking good. So good. Actually.
Yeah, I haven't seen the comedy special since the what's the guy that we were listening to going back from Boston?
Oh, Shane Gillis.
Yeah, I haven't really seen. Actually, no, I saw a Tom Segura one. Other than those two, I haven't seen a lot of comedy specials.
Yeah, his special was really good. I don't know. It was awesome. It's funny. He's an interesting act because he's not like Shane Gillis, where it's like it's a different kind of comedy. It almost feels more
British.
like. Yeah, it almost feels more performative or something, or just like a conversation. That's just it's almost like a podcasty. Like it's different than Shane Gillis, who's like, I'm trying to like yuck it up. You know,
I don't know too many British comedians.
Jimmy Carr is good.
I know like British comedic actors like Simon Pegg and that whole crew, but other than that,
I guess the only one I like is Ricky Gervais and Jimmy Carr. The only ones I could really think
Jimmy
of.
Carr's okay. Yeah, he's a little
not my
picky,
favorite either,
you know?
but like I like him. I don't like that Eddie Izzard guy. I never got that. Remember that was like
Russell Brand sucks too.
Yeah, I hate him. I never liked him. I'm like I've always not been on his side, so I'm happy with him getting canceled. I never
What's he
liked
getting
him.
canceled for?
He also had all these allegations that have come out. like
It's
a
like
lot.
so common. You like literally bring up like anybody, and there's some dirt on them.
But this is another thing that it's like a lot of the people conspiracy stuff says, and it is true. So like Russell Brand has in the last year like rebranded himself as like a conservative media person, and ever since he did that, that's when all the allegations came out against him.
Interesting.
Or he almost was like preemptively knowing like, you know, like he was like he knew he was gonna get canceled, so he'd be on that anti, or like go over to the anti-cancel culture side because he knows that it's coming for him soon. You know, like
okay, well,
it could have been that. Oh, so here's a more robust calendar. What's going on? Because that wasn't everything. The Beekeeper is coming out with Jason Statham. Looks like the most. He's got such a bad American accent too in it. It's embarrassing. The Book of Clarence. I have no clue what the fuck this is.
You've never seen those trailers? It looks horrible. It's with the guy from
Something Black, right?
Yeah, it's with the guy
like
from Get Out who plays the like brainwashed guy with looking old timey.
Okay, yeah. Is it kind of supposed to be like a Monty Python thing?
I don't know, but it seems like it's set in like Roman times or something.
It looks like biblical to me.
Yeah, it does. It has like some biblical thing going on. Who else is in it? The guy who plays the new Dr. X, that British actor, is in it.
Oh, I like McAvoy. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's always
McAvoy.
good.
He's all right.
I got no problem with him. Again, he's someone who like he never really like.
Well, I don't know.
Struck
you
it
probably
big.
never saw that. You never saw that Angelina Jolie movie with him where they're assassins. That movie's.
Is that where they spin the bullet or something? They like
they
curve
spin the bullet because
like,
they like whip the gun at a certain angle. It's
so retarded.
stupid and bad.
Yeah, like they curve the bullet. Oh my god.
Yeah,
she's like a kiss of death to a movie.
That movie, like I can guarantee you right now, that movie is like something my black roommate from UArts would be watching. Like I can.
Oh yeah, no, dude, but that's like that movie, The Beekeeper too. It's the same kind of like terrible, expendable.
I've never met somebody with such poor tastes in everything. It was like embarrassing, his collection of DVDs. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, no, I think honestly, man, that's like you. I don't think you realize how common that is. Like, it's like the typical archetype to like these bad action movies, just because you're like a dude or something. You know, like,
But he wasn't really a dude. He was like into like drawing and stuff.
some people think like oh, that's like they'll be like that.
It's not, like, I can tell
badass.
you from the people like in my class and stuff, there's not like a lot of art bros.
I guess, but there's a lot of people that just think like, oh, that movie's badass or something because it's like there's guns in it or something.
Yeah, no,
you
I
know?
get that, but I mean,
It's like
yeah.
it's like surf. They're just dumb. I think.
It was,
Not
just,
dumb
it was like
people.
one of those collections of movies where it's like, oh wow, like finally I know who's watching these fucking things and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
making all this money. It's like
Me-
this is the guy who's seen like every single fucking what's that car movie? Fast and the Furious.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You
that's
can't wait for the 30th one to come
Right.
out.
Mean Girls is gonna come out. It's gonna be a musical. It's not a sequel, or it's like not a sequel or remake. It's kind of like it sounds like a reboot to me. It's a remake, but it's a musical. I
Who
don't
the
know what you're
girls
saying.
in it because it's gonna be hard to top Amanda Seyfried and Peak Lindsay
So far, I'm
Lohan.
looking at the names. I don't. The only person I recognize in these names are Busy Phillips and Tina Fey.
Bleh.
I think they're the moms or something.
They're old, man. I'm talking about like the young girls.
Oh, I mean, here's a trailer. Well,
Okay.
Oh, hell no!
The Tim Meadows?
yeah. Oh, this girl.
Hey,
Oh, this girl.
PG-13, please. What was
Oh
that?
Lord, it's the queen bee.
Regina George.
Don't look her in the eye!
You could be really hot if you change like everything.
I met a guy in the summer and I left him in the spring.
Welcome to Health and Human Sexuality.
We'll be getting into abstinence. Of
All
course,
right, so it's the same movie. I get it.
Yeah, but none of these are that hot looking.
No, I think it was actually it's a cash grab is what I would call it because there's no real reason to do that
Why
movie
the fuck
again.
did they make it a musical? Who wants that?
I don't know. Apparently that Color Purple.
Honestly,
movie
I
is
don't
a
really
musical.
mind that movie. It's not that bad. It's kind of raunchy in a similar way to Fast Times. at
Oh, I
Ridgemont.
like it. I like Mean Girls. Yeah, I thought it's original too. You know, like for what it is. Yeah, exactly. It's like a
I don't
original
know
movie.
who wrote or directed it, but it's pretty decent.
I thought.
I mean,
it was-
honestly, I've watched it a bunch of times, just not even with the sound on.
I'm almost positive it's Tina Fey.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm like 90% positive that she wrote and directed it.
She's definitely one of the better like female people you'll get from SNL.
Oh, she wrote it, but it was directed by a different guy. Directed by some dude
Okay.
who did 500 Days of Summer, some other teen comedy director.
Rom-com, yeah.
Team Rom, yeah. But she wrote it, and yeah, it feels like it's a good
500 Days of
story.
Summer
for what it
is that like indie movie with Zoe Deschanel and
yeah,
that other guy
Pixie
from
Dream
Don
Girl
John.
type movie. Yep. Yeah, indie. What is it? What do they call them? Like autistic or not autistic, but
Mumblecore hipster type of thing, maybe.
oh, there's
Is
the
that what you're
Pixie
talking
Dream
about?
Girl, manic, something like. What do they call it? Manic Pixie Dream Girl. It's a stock fictional character depicted as a young eccentric woman. Think what's the one from
Kate Winslet,
yeah, Kate Winslet. Yep.
where
the
like,
one
she
from-
dyes her hair every other week to represent her mood.
Yep, Kate Winslet, the one from fuck. Meredith Elizabeth Winstead in that other movie. Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, that's oh wow, definitely.
It's like a archetype. And then I know people have referenced the 500 Days of Summer as also just Zoe Deschanel and everything. So
Yeah,
there's
she's
that.
always got that kind of quirky. I got bangs. I'm goofy, but still kind of hot.
I saw this ISS trailer before Godzilla. It looks pretty bad.
I just saw the
it's original.
trailer earlier today. It's just some like gravity looking type of shit where people get lost in space or some crap.
They're like, it's the Russian United States space station, and then a whole war breaks out on Earth, and they're given directions to kill the Russian people, and probably the Russian people are too. So it's like they're stuck in space and they're fighting. It's kind of dumb. I mean, at least it's original-ish.
Well,
Not
isn't
really.
that what you asked for? I mean, that's what you
Yeah, I
want.
was thinking like there are things here that are original. It's just, I mean, Argyle technically is original, but it's kind of attached to those Kingsman things.
What's Disco Boy?
Disco Boy, I don't know. It's in theaters, but what theaters? Oh, it's a foreign. It's going to be in the Berlin Film Festival.
Okay.
It's a German movie.
Is it sort of like
Could be good.
what's that?
February's
movie
not a good sign.
where the kid is into like ballerina shit.
Bobby, like, I don't know, Elliot, something like that, or
Billy Elliot.
Yeah.
What is that movie about? Is he like gay and
He's gay.
Like, coming to terms with it?
No, it's just about him being like that's kind of like
He's like gay in a really
he's gay,
repressed
but it's not
area.
really, no, it's not really like that's not really the plot. It's like he's a really good dancer, and obviously that means he's probably gay, but it's like that comes into play, but it's more like he's like this really good dancer in this like bumblefuck area, and it's like, well, I guess we have to pay for this kid to fucking go do it because he's like, like someone who's like obviously like has a talent that you have to like.
Sounds sort of like that Full Monty movie, but more depressing.
Yeah, it was kind of a depressing movie. I like only like briefly remember that.
Yeah, I'm sure his father's like, "Why are you gonna be gay?" And then he's like, "I just want to dance, Dad."
No, I think he kind of supports it, but I don't think he likes that. It's like kind of like that. It's something like that. It wasn't like.
It's like
I don't think he supported him being
dancing.
gay, but
It's okay. Just I don't want you getting fucked in the ass.
Something like that.
Okay.
Lisa Frankenstein, which looks like.
I read back. I got some more.
All right, well, you're good for this one. This is a Diablo Cody movie, so that's how you can skip that. Anytime you see her name, just a good time to check out. Carla Gugino's in it. I've not heard anything about this. I guess this is did they kind of do this already? I thought they did this with the zombie. Like there's that Nicholas Hoult guy plays a zombie where he's still like attracted. He's got a girlfriend that's attracted to him, but he's a zombie. This kind of sounds like the same thing, just Frankenstein. So, not surprised. Something we've seen before. Pretty typical, right? Why not do it again? We're only in February. Amelie is getting released. That's kind of cool. That's probably a good movie to see. That's a good movie. I guess it's been a long fucking time since Amelie came out. I'm trying to think. I don't know when it came out. Oh, it came out in 2001. So yeah, we're looking at like 20-something years ago now. 23 years ago. So I see what they're doing there. That's cool. That's a good re-release. That Bob Marley movie looks awful, like embarrassingly bad. Adam Webb looks embarrassingly bad. Yeah, Dakota Johnson doesn't have a good track record either. Land of the Bad. This looks like some generic action movie. Driveway Dolls. It's a Margaret. Oh, okay. This actually could be kind of cool. This movie is a Coen brothers. Well, one of the Coen brothers. Ethan Coen. They decided, I guess I'm just reading this. I didn't really know this. I haven't kept up on them enough. They've decided to do their own stuff separately. That's kind of interesting. I feel like I have to show a trailer for this. I have no clue what to expect on this. I like the daughter of, what's her name? Annie McDowell.
The case, Santos.
Not on your life.
Hello, girls. It's the last body shot competition, so we are going to salt you up.
I've had it with love. I don't believe it's relevant to the 21st century lesbian. You're not wearing that.
I just came from work.
I came from Toledo. I don't dress like it.
I'm not here to peddle my wares. I'm leaving town.
I am too. That was my plan. Where are you going?
Yeah, okay. No. Not for me. It might be good. It could be good. I definitely trust the Coen brother. It's I wouldn't write it off, but looks like it's not for me. Dune Part 2. That I'm excited for. That's probably the only thing that's come up that I actually like really want to see. Rayman, big movie. Rayman, I remember Rayman. That's a video game. That's definitely a video game. Also, of course, they can't do anything original. DreamWorks is doing that.
Someone I work with got us all these for Christmas airplane bottles of peppermint schnapps. It is the most disgusting shit I've ever tasted in my life. It's like so
it's just too
brutal,
artificial.
Yeah, it's just horrible. I'm like trying to drink it and get through it, and it's unbearable.
Yeah, I think it's one of those drinks that's like meant for younger people to drink that don't know how to drink because it's like always like flavored bullshit. Like I've only heard of peach schnapps.
It's intense, man. It's like so unforgiving.
Oh, so there's this movie called Driveway Dolls. That's the Coen brother, one of the Coen brothers. They've now split apart to do their
Driveway Dolls.
Yeah, it looks like pretty bad. It's like a lesbian movie. Doesn't look good, but it is a Coen brother movie. So
Margaret Qualley.
Yeah, it could be good. I wouldn't.
Oh, Pedro Pascal's in it. Great.
Yeah, he's gonna be wearing those Nazi shorts. Hopefully, he has that at the.
Oh, when is the next fucking what's that shit?
What is that called?
Met Gala.
Yeah, the Met Gala. Met Gala 2024, let's say. It is.
Doesn't that come out around the same time as the Oscars?
It's close to it, yeah. Oh, it's in May. No, it's after. It's in May. But I'll be looking out for that. I want to see those ridiculous outfits.
Yeah. I mean that that whole thing is just a content machine. Everyone's like at their most psychotic and weird.
The American Society of Magical Negroes.
Oh, that's a mouthful.
Yeah. I could tell what this is.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, I guess this is super woke. Yeah,
is it Disney?
It should be. No, I mean it's magical. I think they're trying to make fun of that, like magic, like that Bagger Vance archetype,
or Michael Clark Duncan.
Yeah, or like exactly, or like a lot of Morgan Freeman type roles.
To me, I don't think it gets any more like the embodiment of that than bringing in the convict to your sick wife so it can suck the evil out.
Yeah, that's probably the most one, the Green Mile one. Yeah.
That movie's okay. I don't know.
Some Mark Wahlberg movie that'll be typical Mark Wahlberg movie, so not too great.
He's a himbo.
Mickey 17. It's from Bong Joon-ho, the director of
Robert Pattinson.
So it's about a clone called Mickey 17. I could see this is something probably to.
Yeah, I mean Robert Pattinson picks some decent shit every now and then.
Stephen Yeun, Toni Collette. Not bad. Sounds pretty good.
Toni Collette can act.
Yeah, this actually looks like this will be something.
Stephen Yeun's decent. This could be interesting. I mean, there's
I feel
not
like
a lot of stuff that I can think of to look forward to other than Dune. So
yeah, I'm gonna say this and Dune
that
so
has
far.
Any hint of interesting shit to it is enough.
Yeah, this Godzilla movie is so embarrassing looking too. Like this one, like
I thought you said
Godzilla. No. This is the American Godzilla movie.
Oh.
Yeah, it's confusing because it's like if you didn't know, there's
why
like a
are
split.
spikes all colored in different colors?
Because honestly the design of the Godzilla in this looks so stupid, especially in comparison to the one I just saw. Like looks like so much cooler. They went off like the old design, but here, like this part here, you see like Godzilla run at you. It looks so stupid.
Oh, it looks really bad.
like I don't know why you'd want to
It
make
looks goofy
Godzilla.
as shit and awkward.
Yeah, it looks really goofy and like. Again, it's from those people who like.
Don't they, like,
It's gonna be
don't
so
people
badass to watch
like
Godzilla
most
run it.
ignore when it comes to that stuff. That's why like Jurassic Park is so good because they know to like fucking barely like the shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to see like, every goddamn inch of the shitty CG going on when especially when it's not done well.
Civil War is a movie that looks very. This could be a warning to us from Alex Garland there.
No, yeah,
Maybe
remember
they're
I told you about that one when we were talking about, like right around when we were talking about the
Leave World Behind, right?
Yeah.
Similar. Yeah, it
Yep.
kind of has the same vibe, and maybe they're just trying
Well,
to.
hey, it's 2024 now. What can go wrong?
Yeah, they put out good stuff. It just they're bound to go downhill one day, because they put out a lot more stuff now. Ever since making that butt plug movie, they've been getting a lot of shit funded.
Butt plug movie,
or the sticking something up his ass. Everything.
Oh yeah. The Oscar
winner, or someone stuck. What is it? Paperweight up their ass or something?
It was like some kind of it was like a desk ornament, triangular thing, and then you got the hot dog fingered woman lesbian stuff, and
not a movie I would ever thought would win an Oscar when you see the hot dog figure scene.
Well, maybe I can't remember, but maybe there wasn't enough competition.
I feel like there was. Yeah,
I guess it's
so.
A bad movie. It's just that's some weird ass shit to be on that level.
Yeah, I guess so. It wasn't like. I guess there wasn't the best things out there. That is true. I mean, what was it against? Yeah, I mean there was Avatar. I like the Banshees of Inisherin. Banshees of Inisherin's a better movie.
Yeah, I gotta see that. Fuck.
Elvis. I'm sure that's a better movie. I mean, I guess it's subjective.
Yeah, didn't we? I think we had.
I like the Banshees.
Elvis winning a lot of shit, and it didn't win a goddamn thing.
On hindsight, after seeing like a lot of his movies, I definitely like the Banshees of Inisherin more than Everything Everywhere All at Once. The Fabelmans was up there. You said that was like really okay, right?
It's all right. I would think that it would won more based on the type of movie it is, and also it's like Steven Spielberg, lifetime achievement type of shit. Isn't that why we were thinking of him as a winner on a lot of the bets?
It's a Hollywood like suck off, like breathe in their own farts type movie too. Like.
Yeah, don't they like movies about like making movies and shit?
Oh yeah, I mean they're all like sucking each other's farts when they're watching The Artist. That was like the point of that movie. Like,
is that like Is that like a South Park thing that they?
No, I always kind of think it's like these movies where they're just trying to smell their own farts because they love Hollywood so much.
Well, I feel like there's directors like that. Like to me, Christopher Nolan is that guy.
Oh yeah, he's definitely got like a gas mask of his own farts, like 24/7.
Well, at least when he's at home.
I feel like that would be a good bit for South Park to do to somebody.
Yeah, for him,
they're just constantly like.
I want to see him
have a tank hooked up to them. Furiosa looks bad, but I like Anna Taylor-Joy.
Who's yeah, she's okay.
Yeah, I mean exactly.
She's getting to the point where it's a little overexposure.
It's a lot of saturation, and they put some weird makeup on Hemsworth that doesn't even look like him. It's kind of weird. It looks like a, I don't know. To me, it's funny. I remember somebody said to me like, "Oh, this looks cool," and I was like, "No, this kind of looks bad." I don't know. It looks.
Did you ever see? I forget what it is. If it's like Captain America, one of the Captain America movies where they do a younger version of Tony Stark, and they CGI de-age him. It looks so fucking weird and bad.
Yep. Oh yeah. Well, let's do the same.
I don't know if you could play that clip, but it's like
the same.
You have to see it. It's like so.
I know what you're talking about.
Off-putting and strange.
He's doing this like presentation where, he kind of. I know what you're talking about. It's like
no,
in front
it's
of
like being around the house with his father and mother.
Yep, but it's like at a TED Talk. It's like he's doing a TED Talk and he shows this clip and it's like it's weird. I remember that. It's like this TED Talk type scene in the movie. I think it's in. Yeah, you're right. It's in one of those Avengers or I think you are. You might be right. Maybe it's Civil War, Captain America.
I think it might be that one. Yeah, they are like the movie channels I have. They play that and like every other superhero movie nonstop. It's like you would never thought anything else was ever made.
That gets fucking old.
Like those Ant-Man movies, they fucking play those constantly.
Garfield movie might be a big hit. I could see that. Chris Pratt. I guess they're kind of interchangeable too.
No, Chris Pratt's the funnier one.
Yeah, they're actually kind of yeah. I guess Chris Pratt's more of a star.
Well,
Bad Boys
he
4
went from like a kind of fat, goofy guy to a himbo.
So I'm looking at Bad Boys 4, and there is no Martin Lawrence in it. So Martin Lawrence is out.
Did he die?
No, he's alive. I think he's too fat. Oh no. He's in it. He's just low on the list, man. He might be like a small part in it. It's gonna be a Mike Lowry movie, man.
Mike Lowry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can see some on-set photos, and yeah, Martin Lawrence does not look good.
I like that first fucking Bad Boys. It's pretty good.
Yeah, no, I think that is actually like an action movie that's pretty good.
Well, the comedy in it's pretty solid, and what's her name? That Taya Leone's looking pretty good in it.
Oh yeah,
she's in that movie with Nicolas Cage, The Weatherman. I don't know if you ever saw that before.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It's not that bad.
Wait. Is that the one where he's got the bow and arrow or some bullshit?
It's where like he wakes up with like a different life where he's got a family. Actually,
yeah, that's the one. That's it.
Confusing that with another movie.
Yeah, I think you are. The Weatherman's
the
in with
Weatherman
the
is actually just like him being a weatherman, and it's like kind of dark and funny. The one I'm thinking of is
you're right.
Movie. Oh, I'm thinking of The Family Man.
Oh, okay.
These are two movies with like the same fucking title.
Yeah, they both also. There's like a midlife crisis in both of those movies.
Yeah, The Weatherman was not that bad though. I saw that a couple times. I don't know. He's definitely like enough of a personality to just carry a movie himself.
Yeah, I think he's like, people like him because of, they like to make fun of him. They like him.
I'm not saying it's a good movie, but if there were somebody else in that part, I don't think it would be as well received.
Now, this is actually interesting. This is the movie called The Bike Riders, and I like this director, Jeff Nichols. He always works with Michael Shannon and shit.
Is he related to Mike Nichols?
I don't know. I don't know Mike Nichols. I know Jeff Nichols. He did
He's like
did Take Shelter and shit, Midnight Special, Mud.
Yeah,
he always has a Texas thing. I want to see the trailer for this.
Isn't that the Elvis guy?
The Elvis guy.
I can't run this club forever. I built this for nothing. This is our family. You and me, kid.
From the beginning?
Yes, please.
It was the golden age of bike riders. And I never felt so out of place in all my life. That's when I saw him for the first time. It took my breath away.
I'm Benny.
It's a weird accent.
Yeah,
5 weeks later,
a lot of weird accents.
I thought I could change him, Not to be different, but to be,
Bad accent.
I don't know, like he's wild.
It's really bad.
It's like a bad Chicago accent or something they're trying to do.
I don't think I could watch this movie because of that.
Yeah, and even Tom Hardy's accent felt weird too. And also, this guy's got to do an accent because he's British. So this is gonna be a bunch of British people doing weird accents.
This is looking rough.
Yeah, I like the director, and I like the idea. Like a biker movie set in the '60s is kind of cool, right?
Yeah, they all look like. To get this jacket off. What's that movie with Marlon Brando?
All right, Marlon Brando. Are you talking about Easy Rider?
No, it's before that.
I don't know. Marlon Brando bike movie.
It's
Oh, Wild One.
Yeah, it's like
they all look like that. I think they're trying to look like that, or maybe that was
not really that intimidating an outfit.
No.
Pretty faggy looking.
Well, I mean, I think it got really related to the gay culture too. So
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
that made it. Maybe at one point it was cool. Not now.
What about the bar? Burn it down.
The club got real big real fast. They started running drugs, gambling, prostitution.
The club got real big real fast. Oh yeah.
This sounds like a really bad example of voiceover stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna guarantee you that woman is British too. I think
She
that's
looks
part of
familiar,
it.
but I don't know what from.
I feel like she's all right. Her name is Jodie Connor. Either she's just doing a bad. Yeah, I'm right. She's from Liverpool. She's British. It's like when these British people try to do these accents, it's like sometimes it just does not work at all.
Well, maybe it's accurate to what it's supposed to be, but it's just so obnoxious and goofy sounding.
Oh no, they're trying to do a Chicago thing, and it does not sound like that.
I mean, if you want to hear Chicago, I can do Chicago for you. Dennis Farina.
Farina.
Pie.
Yeah.
Who you fucking with? He's like one of those actors where he always seems to play like the same exact fucking part to where it doesn't seem like he's actually acting. He's just, that's how he is.
Yeah. Kevin Costner is in another Western, not Yellowstone, but I think he's capitalizing off of it, called Horizon.
Okay. Well, Dances with Wolves is his main fucking.
Yeah. Project Artemis. What the fuck is that? Oh,
have you ever actually seen Waterworld or The Postman?
Yeah, I've seen Waterworld. I don't think Waterworld's as bad as everyone talks
but
about.
I've never seen that much of either one of them.
I kind of think Waterworld's actually kind of cool. There's some cool parts in it.
Other than like the piss drinking?
No, that's the coolest part, man.
And he has gills.
Down in some piss. I don't wonder if there's anything. All right, yeah. Twister, there's not much known about. Who's doing this fucking alien movie? Oh, it's by Fede Alvarez, who did Don't Breathe. Okay, that's kind of interesting. That actually might be a good person to do an alien movie.
Yeah.
He knows tension. That's a good sign.
I think part of the reason that movie is good is the lead. That guy is a good actor.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, the whole Alien franchise has a lot of potential. It also has potential for bad shit. You know, even Ridley Scott, who's good, like did a bad movie with it. I mean, Ridley Scott's kind of hit or miss though.
Remember that movie with Rutger Hauer, Hobo with a Shotgun?
Yeah, that one's really good. The guy who made that movie does the wrestling show Dark Side of the Ring.
There's some crazy one-liners in that movie. Like one of them is like, "I'm going to send you to hell," just like that whore Mother Teresa.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that movie's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think it was around that like Planet Terror stuff where people were really getting back into like grindhouse shit.
Yeah, you're right, dude. That's why I want to watch that Thanksgiving movie because it's the Eli Ross, Grindhouse. Trailer.
Red Letter Meter said it was not that bad, and they don't like him. So
there's nothing really to like. I mean, that's I mean, like.
Well, what they said is
it's funny. I like him and I don't. Like, I like that.
How I've always felt about him is that he's very
super knowledgeable.
No, I was gonna say like derivative and dumber, but still like kind of. He knows like to be gory enough
really good
like
stuff,
dirty and like slimy and grimy enough to where it at least has something like more to it than just being a ripoff of like something else.
And I've seen him on like horror documentaries where he's talking about other horror movies. He's like a really, really good film historian, has a good memory for all these movies. And I mean,
I think that's part of the reason why Quentin Tarantino likes him so much is because they both like him. They both have like such a vast knowledge of that, like every like, tons of movies that like you and I probably never heard of.
Yeah, and his ideas are really fucking cool, but it's exactly what Red means. Like they never really work out, or like they're more derivative and a lot more dumb than.
Yeah, that's the issue. Is like I think he means well, but the execution just isn't there.
And that's probably why I would watch it, just because exactly like it will probably be a pretty cool movie. It won't be good. But again, I never liked Grindhouse though either. But yeah, how they're talking about that, it was so true that those were those Japanese movies from that era. Like he totally ripped it off from something that was going. And I guess that's also, he might be good at selling himself to like producers because he sure seems to get work every so often. You wouldn't, and none of his movies ever really done that good. I guess Hostel. And I guess, it's not like one of these Nun movies or Conjuring. It was never like that big. It wasn't like
that's back to like the torture porn stuff.
Yeah, but even like in that genre, there's bigger movies, Saw and shit like that. Like that, there's even right here. There's another one. There's Saw 11 coming out in September. The Monkey Paw movie, which is Jordan Peele's company, Monkey Paw, he was going to have a movie, but it got delayed. That's not coming out till next year.
What's the plot of that?
We don't know because it was going to happen, but it all got delayed.
Oh.
I don't think much has been said about it, about what it was going to be. It was just that he was going to be doing a movie this year. That's all I remember hearing, and now it's getting pushed back to 2020.
I heard that Smile movie is not that bad of a horror movie.
All right,
I
that's
think
Smile
Better
too.
Media liked it.
Yeah, I didn't see it. It looked kind of like dumb to me, but
that's what I thought when I saw the trailers, and I completely wrote it off. But apparently, it's well done.
I've heard the same thing about Talk to Me or something like that from last year that people really liked.
That movie where a bunch of teenagers have like a demon hand that possesses them for a period of time, but then eventually it like starts to have negative effects on them.
Or maybe something else. It was a horror movie from 2023. Maybe is it Talk to Me?
Yeah, it's like a demon hand that's like black and white with all like speckles on it.
Oh, okay. It did technically come out in 2022, but it got released out in like theaters and fucking then. So
I think a lot of times, if a smaller budget movie shows a level of success, it gets like a re-release, like Napoleon Dynamite. We saw that, and then it went to like major theaters because of how well it probably did in the smaller ones.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's that kind of thing. But that's cool. That's again something I would probably also watch. I'd probably want to watch Thanksgiving first, just because I know where it's coming from now.
Thanksgiving is the it's one of the fake trailers from Grindhouse and Planet Terror.
Yeah, and then it looks like next year,
like Machete.
Yeah, like Machete. Yeah, well, that was like that whole. Honestly, when I think about it, though, like I remember always kind of thinking they're all kind of crappy, but I'll take those Grindhouse movies today, any day. Like I'd rather that be coming out than fucking.
Oh, you're right. That's another one of the Grindhouse. Like,
oh yeah, that was what's his name, the Spanish dude,
Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah, that was the other guy. He's also a Tarantino derivative. There's two. Oh, there's a couple now. That the guy Ty West is kind of one too, who does X. It's kind of a Tarantino derivative. A little more horror, but I guess it's sort of like Rodriguez too. And
people said the same thing about Paul Thomas Anderson also.
Oh really? You know what? I can kind of see it with Boogie Nights. But some of his other stuff, no.
Yeah, no, like early on. Well, there's also Hard 8.
No, I don't see it actually, because even like Magnolia.
No, I'm not saying.
Yeah, I get why someone
that was like his the stigma coming up. He was constantly comparing him over and over and over again.
I get why someone would say it with Boogie Nights. I think pretty much every other movie he's done, I don't see that. Especially like fucking There'll Be Blood. That's like so original, like nothing like a Tarantino. It's like
he's got a pretty hard hit rate. Like the only thing I could
it's been bad lately.
Well, I was gonna say the fucking Philip Seymour Hoffman movie. That's good.
So old, dude.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I'm talking like he had that
the Phantom
really
Thread
bad writer
is
movie.
Be decent. Well, the one with Joaquin Phoenix kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking. That one sucks. And then I think the one Licorice.
He's not a writer. He's a private detective.
Licorice Pizza didn't seem that good either, at least to me.
Yeah, that's like a biopic. It's like
Inherent Vice is that one we're thinking of.
Yeah, Inherent Vice. I don't like the movie, but Licorice Pizza I think is more just like a passion project he's been trying to make for years based on his childhood.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that being all right, but it also like wasn't
I think it's more just like it's like for him. Like he made a movie for him.
I guess like when you put out a movie like
if anyone else likes it.
When you put out a movie like There Will Be Blood, and even like to a lesser extent, but like The Master, I feel like I just expect a little bit more.
I really like The Master. Like compared to like Magnolia, I like The Master a lot more than Magnolia. Like Magnolia's not a movie I want to go back and rewatch again.
Yeah, Magnolia's a little bit too long, but I mean, like Punch Drunk Love's good.
Yeah,
Like-
that's a good movie, and it's not. It's like a.
I
It's
mean,
like
I'd
a
say
bit
out
of
of
a
all these,
comedy, but it's also like a rom com. But it's not. I don't know. Like none of it. It's like too weird to be like generic for the genre.
yeah, I mean, definitely out of all these, though, I definitely out of all these, There Will Be Blood is still my favorite. I like The Master though, but There Will Be Blood, I feel like is it also has like a performance that's like a step above a lot of people too. You know?
Yeah,
like,
and the soundtrack's really fucking good, and the set pieces, and
yeah, it's hard to get that performance from like
even
any
that other motherfucker,
Dano too is good in it. Yeah.
Paul Dano. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good character actor role movie, and also very like it was nice that it wasn't like it's like a small cast too. Like I like it was like simple and complex
also like
at the same time.
the subplot with the brother where he's like pretending to be his brother.
Oh, the son, right? Pretending
No,
to be
no,
his
the
father.
brother.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
And then he
the
eventually
brother
murders him because
Yep.
he finds out he's
like
an
lying to him,
imposter.
but he kind of knew he was lying to him for a while.
I know, but he just like wanted the company.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
Um,
movie's really fucking good.
yeah, it's really good. It's funny. Like it's awesome when you do it.
It also has like such a strong opening.
Yeah, exactly. It's simple and complex at the same time. It's like it made like a simple story super deep, and like they took something small and made it really big.
And like the sequence where the fucking explosion and with the fire, like
Oh, visually it looks awesome too. Same with the Master. The Master looked really visually awesome too. I remember that. Like
to me,
it looks really nice, that movie.
I'm not saying the Master's better, but it's more of a fun watch where I want to like see it like a bunch of times. There's I don't know. There's more to it. There's like more actors involved.
There's more of a
It's
story
a little
to
more
it, too.
diverse.
Yeah. No, yeah. One's kind of has more of a story, and There Will Be Blood is definitely like a character piece kind of thing.
It is. It's just like pretty crazy how consistently good he is.
Yeah, and it's really, when you think about it, I don't think there's anyone that has his style. He's pretty in his own world there.
Well, you know, it's fucking nuts that he like writes it all, everything too.
Yeah, and that's like they're all very original too. Yeah, it's not like, you know, like a lot of these things take their things from other crap. I mean, Christopher Nolan, look at that. Like, it's like, you know, he did a Batman. Everyone freaks out about a Batman movie. Come on, fucking Batman movie, assholes. And then even like, you know, this newest one, Oppenheimer. It's like, you know, the plot was there for you.
Well, it's weird though. Like people were talking about that Joker Batman movie like it was fucking Citizen Kane.
Yeah, I don't see that. I mean, I thought it was pretty good, but
it's still
yeah.
just like a pretty schlocky superhero fucking movie. It's not.
I don't see that. I don't think it feels like a superhero movie though. It feels, you've said it right. It's Taxi Driver just with the Joker. So and also
I'm
King of
talking
Comedy.
about- No, I'm talking about the Christopher Nolan one.
Oh, The Dark Knight. Yeah, I don't get.
Yeah,
how people-
no. I'm talking
No,
about
it's like a pretty generic superhero movie.
I'm talking
to
about the
tell you
one with
truth.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah,
That movie.
exactly. I know that. Yeah, I mean, it has the one part in the beginning that's like heat, and then basically the rest of the movie kind of sucks. And then that one part with the pencil, like there's a couple good
like
scenes.
Heat. Like fucking is Heat.
Oh
They just-
yeah, it is
don't
a
have
ripoff of
President
Heat. Like, yeah, and then the pencil scene was kind of cool. Like the Joker
that was
had
pretty
some
jarring.
scenes, but then the rest of it's like kind of just a shitty superhero movie that I never liked. We saw in theaters. I thought like this is kind of like bad. Like I never liked it. Like how everyone freaked out about it. It's definitely the best of those that he did, because the first one was this weird karate movie that sucked, and then the third one was just bad. That one felt like kind of those new DC movies. It doesn't feel much different than that. Like the Zack Snyder guy. It felt pretty similar. I don't know. Maybe I'm not a.
You got to see the
connoisseur.
Snyder cut.
Yeah, I've seen the Snyder cut. It is better than the.
It's funny, like people talked about that, like it was gonna, like it was.
Oh,
the
like it's
fucking
gonna
Da Vinci
change the
Code.
world. Yeah.
Everything in the universe will make sense.
Yeah. Nosferatu will end the year.
By the way,
December 25th.
that's like a bad movie, but it's really fucking entertaining.
Is there another? Hold on. Is there an Incredibles movie that's good? Oh, there's an Incredibles 3 coming out too.
I didn't know there was a 2.
There's a 2. I didn't realize that either. I forgot. I remember talking about Pixar doing sequels. I kind of forgot about that one. That's 3, I guess. Karate Kid reboot will be interesting.
With Jaden Smith?
No. So Will Smith owns the rights, so he's just making money off of it. I think he doesn't have anything to do with it. Jackie Chan will be in it, which is weird because Jackie Chan's Chinese and karate is Japanese.
I've heard Jackie Chan is like a huge asshole.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be. He disowned his son because his son
Not even that,
smoking weed.
The woman from Everything All at Once said he's like a misogynistic pig and that she hated working with him because he's like such a condescending asshole.
Well,
and he plays this like really goofy, like lovable guy all the time, but apparently like he's just a real piece of shit.
And that Everything Everywhere All at Once was written for him. He was supposed to be the husband, and he turned it down.
Yeah, he thought it was like beneath him or something.
Yeah, that's you know what though? I think that movie actually would have suffered if they had him in it.
But Dragon Blade was okay to do.
Yeah, Dragon Blade. Well, I mean, dude, that's not. I was gonna say, I don't think it's. He's all in on that CCP. You gotta look at he's big into China and their politics, and he's like their big celebrity. So,
he's like
connected
the
to the politics.
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, Mauchio will return. I guess. See, I don't know what this is gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna relate to that show, Cobra Kai. I don't really know. Maybe it will.
Yeah, I saw the first season of that and I liked it, but I didn't feel the need to watch the other seasons.
I saw the second and I liked it, but then I felt the same way. It's like I don't feel the need to watch the next 5 movies. This is by John Entwistle, who isn't that the bass player from The Who? That's
the same last name.
Yeah. I don't know this.
Are they related?
I guess. Probably not. Maybe it's Hollywood, so.
Yeah, there's a lot of nepotism going on.
Legacy actors and directors is what you meant to say, right?
Legacy.
Yeah. You want to offend.
Instead of getting to a frat, you just get a bunch of shitty movies made.
Yeah, Josh Brolin's a really good actor. It's not that his dad.
Brolin? He's okay. You don't like him?
I was gonna say I'm going after like a legacy actor that's not that bad. There's a lot of people like that. There are good nepo baby actors. Like Sean Astin. Sean Astin's good. There's some good ones.
Well, also like there's just like a lot of good genetics. Like, if like hot actors are having kids.
Yeah, that's a nepo thing, man.
Like Gwyneth Paltrow's mom, she's pretty fucking hot.
And even until like a good bit, like in the is she in the Meet the Fockers one? Is that her?
Yeah, she's the mom in the Fokker movies.
She was always like attractive for her age, kind of thing.
Well, you could tell like she was good when she was younger. Definitely.
Yeah, she definitely had that vibe. What's Blythe Danner?
Well,
Blythe
you just
Danner?
saw Margaret Qualley. Her mom is Angie McDowell. I mean, she's pretty fucking hot.
Yeah, she's pretty good, but I think the daughter is. She's a little better. I
don't know. I mean, you saw Angie McDowell in like the 80s.
Yeah, it's true. People look, yeah, that's a good point. Annie McDowell was like,
other than Kim Basinger was she could kind of overcome all that weird hairspray shit.
Well, it's also I remember like people thinking that like I mean, and I do think she's attractive, but like people thought like Elaine on Seinfeld was hot. And it's like, yeah, she's a good-looking woman, but
like loaf of bread hair.
But the hair and the outfit.
She dressed like a grandmother.
It doesn't look good. But I guess.
But she also would wear like these really sloppy like grandma outfits all the time.
I thought the hottest one of that era, and I don't like the show, but the girl from Friends who was in not the water, but she was in Ace Ventura. The first one.
Yeah, I liked her more than Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox.
Oh yeah, me too. I never got that. I still don't.
I always
never
Courtney
got that.
Cox was much better looking.
Me too. I never understood like her.
It's just her character was very unlikable and annoying.
Yeah, but I agree with you on Jennifer Aniston. She never did anything for me.
Courtney Cox aged pretty well too.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the Nepoverse, man. We're into the Nepoverse. Across the Nepoverse.
I don't know. Thinking about it, I really don't mind it because there's actually a decent amount of good shit that comes from it.
Yeah, and you also have to realize this, that there's, it'll be like one kid out of like their 4 or 5 kids. It's not all of them get
But
something.
like for every Orange County Tom Hanks son, you get, a bunch of decent stuff out of it.
Yeah, like you'll get Mason Gooding, who's Cuba Gooding. He's actually a 2-time Nepo because Cuba Gooding Jr. is a Nepo baby himself.
I didn't know that.
There's Cuba Gooding Sr., who was a musician. So he had an in. Yeah, there's a couple of these, actually. There's some I don't know. Oh, yeah, Lily Rose Depp is a big one right now.
Yeah, I don't like her.
How about Colin Hanks?
I don't like that like anorexic model look where like you could see every bone in her face.
How about Colin Hanks? You ever like him? I always thought. I mean, he's
no,
okay.
I was just talking about Orange County. I fucking hate that movie. And
what about Scott Conn? You like Scott Conn?
He's pretty goofy and stupid.
Yeah. I'm looking at these Nepo baby lists, and it's
it's
funny. There's some I don't remember. There's so many I don't know.
I think he's kind of funny.
Some of these aren't that famous. Like some of these are not famous kids.
I didn't know Philip Seymour Hoffman had a Nepo baby.
Yeah, but do you know who the fuck that is? I don't know who Cooper
No, I don't
Hoffman
think it should even count.
Oh, he's in fucking Licorice Pizza because it was a Paul Thomas Anderson movie. He's friends with. He's not really.
Oh
like
shit, that's the lead.
Yeah, but again, is that kid
Jesus
gonna get
Christ.
famous from that? I don't think so. Oh, they also like this. Like J.J. Abrams has a daughter who's touring with Taylor Swift. Like they might not be an actor, but they get into these other parts. They get other shit.
She looks okay.
We know that one. Colin Hanks. You know that one. Chet Hanks is a nightmare.
Oh yeah, isn't he? Oh god,
Eric Andre.
Doesn't he have a part in Curb?
Oh, I don't think so. Chet Hanks? No. I don't think so.
Yeah, when
Does he?
It's like Larry doesn't thank him for his service.
Oh, you're right. He's the fucking holy shit. Yeah, he's dating oh my god, dude, I didn't realize that, but you're definitely right on that.
That's him.
Dude, that's a weird part. You know that just like he wants to be friends with Tom Hanks, that he got him that part. There's no reason to have that guy in there. You could got like 100 different actors that look like a military guy or something. That is weird. Scott Eastwood really does look like his like Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Should be in some more westerns. Put him in some westerns. I'd be down for that. Scott Conn. Bryce Dallas Howard.
Scott Conn just looks like a Downsy version of his dad.
Fucking Bull.
I don't mind Bryce Dallas Howard at all. I'm glad she has a career. She's hot.
Yeah, she was always like, and she was, he was a director, so it's different. But again, she probably would have never got into the world without him. So there is that.
Although I think her genetics are coming from whoever the hot woman he was married to, not him.
Well, Bull Pullman's son could definitely play him in a movie like later on in life, or like a younger. If he needs to have a younger,
they're pretty similar looking.
That's like pretty spot on.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, so he is dead. He died.
I thought he died.
Or are you thinking of Bill Paxton? Bull Pullman, I think, is still alive.
Oh,
yeah, he's still alive.
So sorry.
He's in some fucking show called The Sinner. I think that was popular for a little bit.
Yeah, with Jessica Biel. I saw that show. I watched way more of it than I expected to. It's okay.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people like it. It seems I don't like a lot of those. It's like a detective show, right? Like
sort of. It's like a True Detective ripoff.
Yeah. Billy Lord, who definitely looks like
Carrie
Fisher. Oh, Catherine Watterson. Oh, she's a Nepo baby. Okay, yeah. Sam Watterson. Yep.
I gotta say, Paul Thomas Anderson is working with a lot of these Nepos.
Yeah. They're in the scene. Look at Michael Gandolfini, which was this is again like almost just like a pat on the back, like he'll get you, like that's kind of a talking point, so you could sell the movie and be like, and we got Gandolfini's son.
Right? Yeah. No, I wish they had somebody else play that part.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Dan Levy. I think he's got a movie coming out this year too on Netflix.
Well, he's got Schitt's Creek.
And I think he's got his own movie coming out.
You know what's creepy?
He's funny though. I'll say
look
that.
even more like him than necessary.
I have to say, it looks like with
Like the way he does
you
his
can't
hair
help it
and he
with
wears the
that.
same glasses. It's almost like he's
The glasses, yeah,
playing
but the
into it.
eyebrows and face, like, yeah, he can't help that one.
He can help it. He doesn't have to wear glasses that look exactly
The
like
glasses,
models.
you're right in that, yeah. But he's funny. I'll give him that. Like, at least he's also made his
he's,
own
like,
style of
flamingly
comedy.
gay, but he's still good.
Yeah, but it's like when you're making your own style of comedy, it's not like he's trying to do Eugene Levy's type stuff.
No, Schitt's Creek is not.
It's totally different.
I wouldn't say it's like a Christopher Guest ripoff.
No, it's not at all. I mean, I would say at all. It's kind of like it's actually kind of original, but yeah,
I didn't mind it. I honestly watched way more of it than I thought I would.
At the same time, though, it's like I didn't mind it, but I didn't love it like everyone else did either, though.
I think when I was watching it, it was during the lockdown, and I was just watching anything I could because I was kind of running out of shit. Maya Hawke's awesome. I like her. She's hot.
Oh wow, eight Nepo babies are in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So Tarantino's all in on the Nepo.
Well, maybe Nepo babies have nice feet. I don't know.
Could be that.
Oh, no, he likes Uma Thurman.
Yeah, that's probably a big part of that.
Yeah, I'm sure Phil Collins got some good pussy to pump this unit out.
Yeah. Jack Quaid, The Boys is good. He's all right.
Oh shit.
Oh, you didn't know that one?
It makes a lot more sense why that motherfucker has that part.
Yeah, he looks like both of them combined too. He's got this weird. You could tell the parents when you look at him.
Wait, they didn't bring up the other Apatow's daughter? She's even better than Maud.
I think she might come up.
Well, they should
Lily
just put her right
Collins.
underneath.
Phil Collins. Oh yeah. The other Denzel Washington. Oh
Zoe
wow,
Kazan's got some big ass tits.
Oh yeah. All right, so Ice Cube's son played him in Straight Outta Compton. Okay, well that makes sense.
Yeah, he's in the other stuff too. He sucks,
dude. Ice Cube's he went to prep school his whole life. There's all these fake. When you look into these guys, they're fake gangsters. Look at Dr. Dre. Also went to prep school his whole life, and
well, what happens is they Eazy-E was actually doing that kind of stuff, so they kind of by association got away with it.
Yeah. And let's see.
Oh, Wyatt Russell, yeah, that motherfucker's in that comedy cop movie with Jonah Hill.
Yeah, I know I've seen him. Never someone that's that good though either.
I only have seen him in that pretty much.
I don't know who this is. Riley. I guess this is Elvis Presley's daughter. I don't know if I've seen her ever.
She's in
something with A24 they're talking about.
She's in Magic Mike, the first one. She's in this movie that Shia LaBeouf's in that's not that bad about people these white trash druggy weird commune people who sell stuff door to door. It's called American Honey. It's not bad.
I like Leah Thompson. I don't know her daughter though.
It doesn't really look that much like her.
No, it doesn't. Oh yeah, we're talking about the Skarsgård. We're talking about other stars, more Skarsgårds coming up. There's one more too, but I don't know if he's as famous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Don Johnson's daughter, Dakota Johnson.
Yeah, I don't like her.
Yeah, and also I think she's in a lot of bad things.
Yeah, she seems like just a smug bitch, and she can't act that well.
Oh yeah, we know we know Miley Cyrus for sure.
Yeah,
and we know Kate Hudson for sure. Typical. Oh yeah, Laura Dern, Bruce Dern's daughter. That one I forget. Oh wow, this I didn't know.
George Clooney was a nepo baby.
I did not look at this though. Singer and actress and TV host. And I recognize. I know I've seen the dad from some old clips
weird.
or something. Didn't know that one, but I'm not surprised. We're talking about Gwyneth Paltrow. Yeah, of course we know that's another one. John Huston's this is like especially when you're like a famous ass director, like that's a
Yeah, I don't like
never-
her.
It's already happened too with the Coppola too. Oh yeah, Martin Sheen's
Yeah, Emilio. Yeah,
Mighty Duck Man himself.
the Mighty Duck.
Oh yeah,
that's,
John Voight. Yeah, it's kind of gets a little crazy when Michael Douglas, Kurt Douglas.
Nora
we know all these.
Jones.
Yeah, this one I kind of always forget about. Jamie Lee Curtis, Tony Curtis, and then Janet Leigh.
Oh wow, yeah.
And also both being in like iconic car movies as their first roles.
You ever hear that rumor that Jamie Lee Curtis was hermaphrodite and they chose her to be
Yeah, I've
female
heard that.
at birth?
But I don't know. Maybe. I mean, Christopher Guest is fucking her. They have a retarded kid. I know that. He's got Down syndrome or something. He's got something wrong with him. Oh yeah, this one too. Robert Downey Jr.
Drew Barrymore's stuff.
Drew Barrymore. John Barrymore was a famous actor.
No, I know, but why are they throwing in Steven Spielberg?
Because of E.T. I don't get that. I don't get. Well, also over here, why they throw in? Oh, I see. Because Kiefer Sutherland and Robert Downey Jr. were roommates.
Oh, okay.
And both Nepo roommates. So yeah, Nepo mates. That could be a show right there. Oh yeah, Josh Brolin we're talking about. Oh yeah, and this is a weird one too. Yeah, Lloyd Bridges. Do you remember him? He always used to get a lot of parts. I'm pretty sure he's dead now, but
Yeah, he was he's like in that Mafia movie.
I know this guy on the left. I never knew his last name, but now I totally see it. Obviously, like
You never saw that movie where they're
I mean, I've seen this guy a lot. I just didn't know his last name.
And
Yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer becomes like their singer.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I think it's called like the Talented Baker Brothers or some shit. Something Baker Brothers or.
Okay, this is interesting. Some of these things. Oh yeah, the Coppolas. All right, so they're just going into these legacy families. Yeah, of course we know the Kardashians. Yeah, the Quincy Jones, Rashida Jones. Yeah, dude, this actually is a deep list. Like, and there's stuff we're missing. There's a lot of like just personalities and random shit that are famous. Alan Thicke, Robin Thicke, Al Green.
Not Al Green. Marvin Gaye, because didn't his father shoot and kill him?
Yeah, but I think he still had kids. But I don't see him in here.
No, Marvin Gaye's the Nepo baby, I thought.
Oh, is he?
That's what I'm confused about.
I don't know if he is.
Oh, okay.
Industry babies. Kristen Stewart. Yeah, there's a lot of this too. Like, Billy, like daughter of actresses or daughter of producers. There's so many.
Oh, really? Billie Eilish is one?
Yeah. Daughter of a voice actress. That's not such a big deal. They could have just been like.
She's pretty hot, actually.
Still in the whole system. What's one I remember seeing? Oh yeah, there's these are cousins. Ray J and Brandy are cousins of Snoop Dogg. Shit like that.
Huh.
And even like there's some wrestler girl that's a cousin of Snoop Dogg. That's pretty. She's also was in The Mandalorian or something. She's pretty hot.
I mean, I don't think a set builder really qualifies.
Yeah, like Timothée Chalamet, his parents. I know his parents are in entertainment, but they might be like entertainment, like maybe they worked in like a high position, something like that. Nothing crazy. Yeah, I know the Glenn Gyllenhaals both their parents are directors, but nothing big though either. So it's like there's a lot of that. Like, yeah, Emil Hirsch, son of a producer, and I've heard that name, like his last name before. Yeah, there's a lot of that.
You don't see him around anymore.
No.
Did he get canceled?
Yeah, he also, by the way, had a series of stuff against him. So he's been also,
Emil Hirsch did?
Also long gone. Yes.
Jeez.
Yep. Cancel pigs are coming from him. But
Like,
yeah,
you
that
know,
about
it's
covers
like a
it.
plague that like just wiped out a bunch of people's lives. Like they're all dead.
Oh, yeah.
now.
This could be a whole thing, man. This is like a whole video going through these Nepo babies. It's insane. Paul Giamatti, son of a former president of Yale and commissioner of baseball. I guess there's a Giamatti that ran MLB for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of crazy shit. Like Mara's Rooney Mara, Kate Mara. We all know where they're from.
Yeah, I don't mind them.
But it's funny when you see like all these connections. It's kind of nuts.
Kate Mara is pretty hot.
All right, man. Well, I got to end the stream, but
Okay.
we'll be back on Friday. See you guys. See you, love it.